And then, this whole idea, okay, first of all, Pastor Barnes said something about that it's something that we're exploring nowadays. And I think we need to be clear that open relationships probably existed from the beginning of time. If you look at some of those biblical stories, hello. So I think it's always existed, and I think it really becomes a matter of what is the most important thing for us, the grounding reality, the meeting place between myself and my partner. And for me, it's just, I know I'm certainly cultivating something in my life right now where it isn't only about sex. It is not a relationship motivated on sex. We're focusing on many different aspects, including our spirituality. And I was having a conversation with a friend of mine last night, and he was asking me about how my relationship was going. And basically I was just like, my boyfriend and I, we kind of realized that we don't really know how to do a relationship, and we definitely don't want to do it the way that we've done it before. So, because how many times have we tried that, and it just didn't work. So, for me, it's like, my friend was just like, he's like, yeah, I don't know, I can't do the relationship thing because I'm too selfish. And then he started justifying why he believed he couldn't be in a relationship. And to me, I was just like, you're explaining things that everyone possesses. And I think, why is it that when we get in a relationship, it immediately means a lockdown on all aspects? Given that, I would be just as jealous if my boyfriend was to be just interested and engaged in talking to another woman other than myself. But for me, that's fundamentally, it's silly.
Right.
And I want to step away from that. Am I away from that now? No. So that's where I stand with it.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I'm kind of there also. And, and I'm okay with that. I don't think I will ever get to a point where it won't bother me, that my husband, finds another woman attractive and is given the chance, if it were sanctioned, might, I don't know if I'm ever okay with that. And that's okay because, I think I've grown a lot during this lifetime. There's more evolution to be done. But you know what? I'm not trying to hit nirvana just yet. I've got a few more lifetimes, I think, where I can grow to that point where it doesn't matter anymore. Right now, It matters. I'm jealous, and that's just the way it is. Man.
I hear that.
Man. Well, you know what? Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes.
It's all right. No, I was going to say, I think that we all have like a tendency to be jealous toward if we're involved in a relationship and someone else, piques the interest of our mate, and all of a sudden we see someone else who finds our mate attractive, and there's they're engaging in conversation and so forth. I think all of us may have a tendency towards some portion of jealousy. I don't really look at myself so much as a jealous person, but at the same time, I know if I'm involved and someone's giving my significant other rhythm and so forth, and there's always a little oh wow, okay, all right. So with the open relationship though, Lab said earlier, if you look back in the Bible, you had kings who had concubines and they had wives and so forth, and this has been around for a long time. The same thing is the LGBTQ community has been around for forever. It's nothing new. It's just that now it's more or less highlighted in society. We're growing in a society that is evolving, and so because it's evolving, a lot of things now are looked upon a little more acceptable and at the same time being highlighted, where in which before it was closed and it was taboo to talk about. So, but now you hear more people talking about menage a trois. You hear more people talking about open relationships and so forth. And a lot of times people, they don't say that they want an open relationship, and a lot of times they're dating more than one person. And then when the other person finds out, they're like, hold on, you didn't tell me you was dating Susie. I thought it was just me.
Right. But you know, to me, that's just a bastard. That's not an open relationship. That's someone, you know, which I think is very different. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think we kind of need to be clear about what an open relationship is, because in my opinion, I don't think an open relationship is, okay, we're gonna start out trying to be together. You know, if somebody come around that I want to do, you know, I get one get out of jail free card and you get one. You know, I don't know. That just sounds like people who, you know, kind of just want their, you know, I don't know. But you know what? We've got 2 callers. Let's get the first caller on and get them, you know, get their opinion, and we'll have the panel give them some feedback. Hello, you're on the air in Spirit Talkradio. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hi, yes, we can hear you.
Oh, hi. Okay, my name is Dominique.
Hi, Dominique. How are you?
Hi. So I seriously think that this show is awesome. Can I first say that? Because I just
yeah.
Thank you.
Granny from ear to ear. But for me, my experience, you know, the whole open relationship thing, I think has a very popular cousin called The Situation. That's what I encountered. It's like this thing that I made up to where he's in this undefined situation with a female to the point where they're together, but he can still do whatever he wants to do with any other female, and she can't really call him on it because the situation is undefined.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
And there's a lot, you know what, there's a lot
of... There's a term for that.
And what's that?
That's called a pimp.
Oh, okay. All right.
But you know what it is?
I mean, that's real.
What they do is they really extend the whole, I guess they call it the talking stage. So it's you know, they'll take you out, they'll date you, you'll have phone conversations, you know, and your relationship after so long begins to have the look and feel of a committed relationship, but they never ever give you a title. And so, you know, they'll meet another young lady, i.e. me, and you'll have to literally ask them, are you dating someone? Oh, no. Is there any woman on earth who thinks that you're dating her?
Right.
And they'll be I got a situation.
Right. Yeah. Right. You know, and the crazy thing is, though, is that this is what angers me with a lot of, you know, people. They will, like you say, they'll keep it in the vague territory, you know, so whenever you sit down and say, where are we going? Where is this relationship headed? You know, what are we? You know, they don't really want to have that conversation. But at the same time, yeah, you know, but I know a lot of people, actually, where if you were to just come out and say, hey, you know what, I don't really want to be, you know, committed to just you. I do like you. I want to spend time with you, but I want to keep things open. There's a lot of people who would kind of agree to that. So my thing is there's no need to be vague, you know. You know, and I'm not trying to sound moralistic.
I don't know about that.
Why do you say that, Brother Mike?
Well, the reason that I say that is because a lot of times our mouths say that, yeah, okay, I'm with that, but in the back of our minds we have different intentions and different ideas of, well, this person may say that now, but I'm going to change their mind. And the hope is in the back of our minds. So our minds are saying one thing, but our mouths are saying another, just so we can get our foot in the door so we can be with somebody. And we'll figure it out going down the line. We'll figure this out going down the line.
But it's to me, it's Dominique, what you described, that sounds like tyranny. I mean, that sounds horrible. And and I'm familiar with it. And I think, you know, then you go back with the whole idea of relationship and the relationship with yourself and the relationship that people have with each other. And think about pure intention, because I'm just you know, people are out there abusing each other with our sexuality. It's we are playing each other. We are, you know, taking a crap on each other. And I think we really need to, if we find ourselves in that situation, it's a really good sign that we need to pull back and do some self-clarification and come out to to be clear with ourselves, so we don't end up in situations like that. And